but we could.
This is the story of Denzel Branch, a youth pastor of a new generation church who was murdered by another church member after the young pastor caught him having an affair with his wife. Denzel, the youth pastor, confronted Joshua Andrews, age 30, who was the head pastor's son and also the church's organist, for having an affair with his wife, but things quickly went south from there. The confrontation happened in the church's parking lot after Easter Sunday's service, and Joshua shot Denzel multiple times even as Denzel tried to run away from him.
Hallelujah.
Joshua killed the husband of his new lover Brianna Branch in the parking lot before he could escape. This all stemmed out from a love triangle gone wrong by the church pastor and church members. This story will be taking us to Dallas, Texas. Denzel got married to a young woman named Brianna. They had a wonderful marriage and also had kids. Denzel was said to be a great father to his kids. He was what most people would call a great father and husband.
Yay, duty.
You still a P1.
He was a dedicated family man and earned a reputation for being trustworthy in all aspects of his life. Denzel also decided to do the Lord's work at this church. He started as a dancer and also performed. He was ordained with the presence of his wife right behind him during the service. She was even seen crying at some point during the ceremony.
Minister Denzel.
And just like that, he became a youth pastor and started to minister.
This story right here is a story told about an everlasting love from an everlasting Father. And I'm just excited because I experienced this love like never before.
He was a well-liked person in church. He made friends with some people, including the pastor's son by the name of Joshua Andrews, who was also the church's organist. Unfortunately, not everybody who sees be for you.
Unfortunately, that's you doing great in life. Happy for you.
Right.
Oh
That's
man,
crazy.
that is insane.
That's crazy.
That is insane, man.
That is wild. Where that happened at?
That happened in Dallas.
Oh wow. I'm sorry for that
Yeah.
loss. Like, infidelity always brings pain and trauma. That's one thing I've learned in this world.
That's true.
Like, if
That's
you want to
true.
step out, just step out. You've been with this person for such and such amount of time. Why is it so hard for y'all to communicate? Why is it so hard for you to tell them whatever? Like, you don't want to be with them, or you've been seeing someone else. Like, I don't understand the callous nature of people just taking another person's life. It's like unthinkable. Wow.
Yeah, pretty much what happened is, the guy she was cheating with is the one that killed the husband.
Right.
Yeah.
For no reason. He was an innocent bystander.
Yeah, he was
an innocent person in that whole
exactly.
thing.
He's just a good dude, a great guy trying to do the right thing.
Right. Married her, did their vows, didn't know that this person will ultimately be his demise.
Yeah, they always say that never mess with a man's woman, never mess with a man's money, and never mess with a man's ego.
Right.
And all of them wasn't played in that video.
All of them. All three of them.
Insane.
Oh man.
Denzel and Joshua were cordial
Sorry for the loss, man. Sorry, but
and between Denzel and Brianna at one point in time started to experience trouble. Denzel could not understand what was happening in his marriage, so he decided to find out. Denzel would later discover that all the problems he was having was because of the fact that his beloved wife was seeing the pastor's son, Joshua Andrews. That was a shock to him, especially coming from someone who was a member of his church, which he saw like a brother. Denzel called Brianna and tried to talk her out of it, He told her he would amend whatever was making her unhappy, but unfortunately, that did not cut it. Upon all his effort, she ended up divorcing him. Despite his marriage ending due to things related to the church, Denzel did not stop attending the church. His family stood by him. Even though he had been betrayed by two people he really trusted, he did not stop going to the church, he kept attending. On Easter Sunday, March 31, 2024, Denzel attended church as usual, but one thing led to another after church service between him and his once trusted fellow church member, Joshua. Friends said Denzel could not stomach the betrayal by Joshua, so during an argument between them where he was telling him how he caused his wife to divorce him, Denzel punched Joshua while sitting in his car. Joshua then proceeded to reach for his gun and then chased Denzel, who was already running away. He kept firing till he struck him, and even after that he walked to him laying on the floor and emptied his gun in him, killing him there in the middle of the streets before fleeing the scene. 31-year-old Denzel Branch was transported to a local hospital where he was confirmed to have died from his injuries. Wow. Joshua would later turn himself in, and he confessed to the police everything happened because he was seeing his ex-wife and he shot him because Denzel punched him.
Down moments after an Easter Sunday church service in South Dallas. Police say the confrontation started with an argument between two men. As NBC5's Alicia Barrera explains, the suspect and victim had close ties to the church.
Good afternoon. It was Easter Sunday, which meant that a lot of people were home, and most of them witnessing when that man was running down 56th Street moments before being gunned down.
He was running on foot. He was running.
All right, let me be me right now, man. Let me be me right quick. Man, bruh, you die of a bitch, bruh.
He did. He really did die for
man, you die of a bitch, my boy.
You should have just left it all on the cross that day. It wasn't even the time to confront him. It's the time to be with the Lord. It's Easter Sunday. It's like, are you trying to go viral on something, bro? Like,
oh my God.
He took all that anger and aggression. I wouldn't even have been. He's a better person than me because he continued to go to the church. He continued.
And then that's another thing, chicken. He shouldn't do that.
He can't turn on his faith, though. I understand he probably just continued to walk in his faith. You know, he probably tried to pray and get through the situation, and he didn't want to, betray what he believed because of somebody, betraying him. So I'm guessing that's why he continued to go to church and continue to be steadfast, and it kind of just turned on him in the worst way because he probably couldn't control his emotions that Sunday. Easter Sunday, I know Easter Sunday get hot and heated.
Oh my God,
the
man.
Spirit go to moving.
Now, pretty much one lost his life and another one in jail. And guess what?
Yeah.
Man, she's still fucking.
Still is,
Hey, she probably have another dude right now already.
Probably so. You never know.
Probably. She got, man. Anyways, let's continue.
Yes, sir.
All evidence now cleared out, but the images still vivid in the minds of neighbors.
Just scared. Like I don't want my kids to be, in the front by themselves playing.
Easter Sunday celebrations along 56th Street.
Me and my family, we was in the house playing games.
Shots were fired.
And then next thing you know, you hear pow, 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 pow.
I seen that the guy was laying. People were yelling.
Police say Joshua Xavier Andrews ran from the scene, but later turned himself in. And
the only thing I know is that he started in the church down the street down there, and we seen him running.
Affidavit. Witnesses told police both men had attended Easter services and got into an argument outside of New Generation Church. Branch allegedly punched Andrews in the face, which led the suspect to pull out. Andrews later telling police the argument stemmed from his now ex-wife. Witnesses claim both men allegedly serving as a youth minister.
Told police he had been involved in an intimate relationship since May 2023 with Denzel's ex-wife, who divorced Denzel around November 2023. After the Easter Day service, Joshua told police he overheard Denzel making comments about how he was going to beat him up. Denzel then punched Joshua in the face, and that's when Joshua reached for his handgun and shot Denzel, according to arrest records. Joshua confessed to police that he followed Denzel and continued to shoot, stopping only when he saw Denzel laying in the middle of the road. The church was shocked to see this incident happened amongst two members and right after service. They released a statement saying, "Our hearts are deeply saddened by the tragic incident that took place down the street from our church after our morning service yesterday. In the days to come, we will trust in God's words, continue to hope and look to God who is the author and finisher of our faith." Denzel's mother, who was also a member of the church, had this to say.
The mother of that youth pastor shot and killed after church service here on Easter Sunday sat down and talked to us not only about how his life ended, but also what's next for her family and the church family. This is youth pastor Denzel Branch being introduced at church this past Good Friday. The 31-year-old served as a minister at New Generation Church in South Dallas. It's also where, just 2 days later, on Easter Sunday, his mother, Shayla Wilcox, learned he was shot and killed.
I remember having the feeling of being so dizzy at first. And then I just screamed out that I trusted God. And that's him.
The grieving mother shared these photos of her son, a father to 5 kids.
Man, wow, man. But I'll give the other guy the benefit of the doubt, though, chicken. It could have been self-defense.
Okay.
Yeah, because if you punch me in my face, I'm not just gonna look at you. You feel me? I'm not just gonna look at you and then just be cool. I understand both sides. But in this situation, is the lady. She's the one that started all this shit.
Right. At some point, they kind of stopped reacting to other people's actions. Like, that was her choice, so he don't need to react to that. Like, he made that reaction. Now he gonna spend possibly the rest of his life locked up because of something you're not thinking. You thinking on spot, like you're thinking with your emotions.
Exactly.
And you know that guy had 5 kids. The guy he killed, and he's not thinking they have to grow up without a father and all types of stuff. It's a broken system. Like,
somebody said, "Do y'all talk to friends?" Yes, we do. Yes, we do.
What y'all got going on? How y'all feel about this situation, man?
Yes, whatever you feel about the situation, and then we're gonna respond as we
get them. Yes, sir.
That is insane, chicken. That is insane.
South Dallas.
Insane, man. That's in Dallas.
Oh my goodness. Right on.
By the way, shout out to everybody that's watching on YouTube. Twitter always busting. I don't know what's going on Twitter.
We appreciate the love.
We appreciate it. We appreciate the love. We appreciate that. But yeah, you can't. I see both sides.
Let me get this straight. On Good Friday, he got his basically saying that he's a pastor, and then 2 days later he gets gunned down in the same church.
Yep. Same church. Yeah.
That's just a lot going on under the church house, for real. Like, a lot of sins, a lot of lying, a lot of stuff that shouldn't be going on, and they in a quote unquote church apparently. But I don't know. Everything has a bigger story to it. That's for sure.
Exactly. And then you see, they used to be cool.
Right. I'm pretty sure. A lot of people, with churches, it's kind of like a family, like that you don't have. You have that church family, of course. So
exactly.
That's just crazy. He just let his emotions get the best of him, and now he gotta sit and deal with them consequences, and that's just life. You do something that you gotta deal with it.
Exactly. Well, that is insane, man. But I'm not gonna lie, all these you see, like, I like those kind of stories because I can relate. Almost can relate to something You know,
Right. I'm pretty sure a
but
lot of our viewers can relate to about 90% of the stuff we go, like we talk
exactly,
about on here.
exactly. Even though,
Yeah,
even though
yeah.
they be mad at us talking about, oh, we talk too much. We stop.
Right. We got to
Yeah,
give our opinion. We appreciate that, though. But yeah,
that would be stealing.
exactly. Right, right.
Yeah. Next story, we